You ever notice how the second you stop playing someone's game, everything changes? It's like the moment you decide, you know what, I'm done. Suddenly you get to see people's true colors. I'll never forget the first time I really walked away from someone. They weren't a bad person, but every time we hung out, I left feeling drained. It was like they were plugged into me like a phone charger, sucking out my energy. One day, I just stopped answering right away. I didn't make a big announcement. I just created some space. And boom, the reactions started rolling in. At first, it was panic. My phone lit up like a Christmas tree. Hey, are you mad? Did I do something wrong? Hello? They weren't really worried about me. They were worried about losing the access they had. It's funny how silence can be louder than words. And then came the guilt trip. You probably know this one. The wow, you've changed line. Or if you really cared, you wouldn't just disappear. Classic. It's like they pull out a deck of emotional Uno cards hoping guilt will make you play again. But guilt is a trap. It's not about care, it's about control. But here's the twist. Not everyone reacts badly. Sometimes walking away earns respect. People who once took you for granted suddenly realize, oh, they're serious. They have boundaries. It doesn't always happen right away, but you'd be surprised how often it clicks later. I had a coworker who used to pile their work onto me. At first, they got annoyed when I said no. A month later, they stopped asking altogether. Not because I was mean, but because they finally respected my limits. And then there's the silence. This one stings at first. You walk away and suddenly, nothing. They don't call, they don't check in, they don't chase. And you realize the connection was never with you. It was with the version of you that gave too much. Losing them feels like a loss at first, but eventually you see it for what it is: clarity. But here's the most surprising reaction. Sometimes your decision to step back actually inspires people. They might not admit it, but it plants a seed. I once walked away during an argument with someone I loved. They were furious at first, accusing me of running away. Later, they came back calmer, saying, I needed that time to think. My boundary gave them space to self-reflect. Sometimes walking away isn't just for you. It's the mirror someone else didn't know they needed. The truth is, people react all kinds of ways when you walk away. Some will panic, some will guilt you, some will vanish, some will respect you, and a few, just a few, might even change. But none of those reactions define you, because walking away isn't about controlling them, it's about protecting you. We tend to think walking away is rejection, but really, it's preservation. It's saying, I love my peace more than your chaos. I love my clarity more than your confusion. I love myself enough to leave the table when love is no longer being served. And here's the wildest part. The most important reaction isn't theirs. It's yours. That deep exhale you take when you realize you don't have to fight anymore, the calm that creeps in when you're no longer trying to fix, explain, or chase, that's the reaction that matters. So walking away isn't just an exit, it's the ultimate mic drop. Boom. If this gave you something to think about, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what was your best walkaway moment? Bonus points if it was dramatic.